So this vampire saw the girl that looked like her ex-girlfriend and decided to kidnap her. Or not kidnap her, run away with her. As a grown adult, I was like, that's weird. You saw a little, like, 13-year-old child that looks like your ex-girlfriend. That's no longer running away together. That's kidnapping.
Can you say the title of the show that we're talking about again?
For those of you who just joined this other live we have, we're talking about the show Netflix just dropped, Vampire in the Garden. The like 6-episode series with a really cool looking trailer. And so I was going in thinking, okay, it's a romance. It gave me very romance girls love vibes. I was super invested and excited until it said like 60% of the way through the series, you're approaching the end. Yeah, she's like 13. Became weird. So, like I mentioned, I thought it was she had found this little girl who looked like her ex-girlfriend. That's like, oh no, that other chick wasn't really her ex-girlfriend. It was like a big sister mother figure. The relationship was just very strange to understand. And I thought, yeah, this girl acted stupid, but I was okay with her being stupid as a grown adult. Her being a child just made everything weird. I don't really understand what was supposed to be happening anymore.
It was a waste of money because
you didn't pay for it. Oh, on their part. Okay.
Yeah, it was a waste of money because it was good. The artwork was good. The vampire, I love the aesthetic. The wings,
right. I like, and that like little boy vampire, the brother vampire, great. He was the best character. He was the way he took care of that little pug the entire show. In fact, that pug was what made me hate that main girl vampire so much. Because how are you just gonna leave your dog behind? Empty castle, didn't bother turning on the heating in the middle of Russian winter, and she just ditched her dog.
You would think with Netflix being in the position that they are close to, I don't know, bankruptcy, I guess, I don't know. You would think they would make better decisions when it comes to animes like this. You would think, okay, well, let's make sure we put all our ducks in a row, make sure this story is well executed. That's not the case with this one. Netflix dropped the ball on this one. And you know what's so terrible? I was watching it at work. I saw the first episode, and the first episode looked like it had so much potential, right? So I came home. I said, yo, Mike, we got to watch the show. So Mike is watching the show, and Mike is like, yo, this bitch is stupid.
How many episodes did it take him to say that?
The first episode. As soon as he saw her run with the music box in the middle of like fire and all that shit that was going on.
Barefoot in the middle of winter during a raid.
It was a raid. This is when the vampires finally attacked the tower. And that's when she decides she wants to call her friend and say, I'm running away. And she was like, you can't run away because this is the only city that you can live in. Where are you going to go? Wait. And then boom, sirens, bullets. And then she still manages to open up the music box and start singing like nothing's
right. Is that really dumb? I was willing to forgive it in the first episode because in my mind I was thinking there was going to be a reveal later, like she's actually half vampire, so that was calling to her inner vampire instincts and making her act stupid. No, she was just acting stupid.
Yeah, she was terrible. She was terrible. I wasted my time on this. Mike is the type of person when he starts a series, he watches it all the way through.
Yep.
I stopped by episode 4.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
Nah, fuck no. I'm not gonna finish that. What is wrong with you?
I didn't miss out anything. It just got a little dumber.
Nah.
So you saw like the island with the vampires and the people.
Oh, the fake Eden? Yeah, I saw the fake Eden. And I went and took a shower, and then when I came out, Mike is like, I'm never gonna trust your word on anything again. This is trash. And I was like, yo, I didn't know, because when I watched it, the premise looked good. The first episode,
it looked great. You know what? It had an amazing setup, an amazing trailer, and generally, I'd even say the plot was pretty decent. So a vampire and a human who just want to get away from the war. They don't want to do it anymore. They're just gonna dip. In fact, I saw that and was like, I support that. If you cannot fight on the front line of the war, yeah, don't fight on the front line of the war. Just leave. Like, that makes complete sense. It's just something about the way it was executed got dumb and a little confusing.
It wasn't done well. I was just like,
no. It was such a waste of animation, such a waste of character design. It was such a waste of like a premise. And it just didn't carry.
Not at all. It was a waste. First of all, I'm gonna just say this. Netflix. Yeah, I can't even tell y'all do better because you can't. Because y'all trying to get everybody's money. Who share subscriptions. So I'm really convinced that they really don't got any more to push out. Nothing.
No, this is an animation. They've been working on that for a while. It was in the pipeline for a while, and I'm willing to still trust because they're also the ones pushing out Comey. They're distributing it at least, so they know there are good anime. They pushed out what you call it, Kotaro.
But
They're
still,
like they're still putting some good stuff out. We can't completely cut off. It's just there's hit and miss. There's always been hit or miss. They pushed out Yasuke and Cannon Busters. That was a whoops.
but
They
they
did Neo
can't at this
Yokio.
point
That is
now.
gold.
The reason I'm saying they can't do it now is because we're just surviving after that announcement saying that, hey, we got to track down these motherfuckers that are not paying and sharing their accounts, right? So if you're doing that, you don't put out content like this. You got to give me a reason why I got to second guess canceling the subscription when I know that my friends and family can't go on my shit. At least be on, give me a reason to be like, all right, I'll give you an extra
They
couple of
did.
dollars.
On paper, Vampire in the Garden, amazing.
Looks beautiful.
On paper, stunning. The trailer, that would have gotten me in.
Beautiful.
That would have gotten me to put back my subscription just one more month to see what they're giving. And again,
And look
after
what happened.
Bubble was also so pretty and great with their animation. There was also that, oh, what was it called?
But Bubble
Eve
never gave you a
something
storyline
featured
though.
Eve.
Bubble never
No,
gave
but
you
it
a storyline.
looked great.
No,
I
what I
was
mean
saying it
is,
looked good enough to justify the lack of everything else.
yes, but going into Bubble, right? When you look at the trailer, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I just know motherfuckers is jumping off a fucking
Right?
building.
That's all we need. That's all they told us. That's
it.
all they promised.
But at least I know that
Parkour,
was it.
post-apocalyptic parkour with bubbles, and that's what it delivered. It
But I
promised
was
us
fine
that.
with
It
that,
gave
Brie.
us that, and great.
But Brie, I was fine with that. But
Mm.
you don't set me up for Vampire in the Garden with a title like that and a
And the
trailer
trailer like that. Yup.
and then you set me up for Ash. Nah, come on. That's terrible. You
It was a
lied to me
shame.
again. Like
Gotcha.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
But you know what? For every Devilman Crybaby, there's a Japan Sinks 2020.
mm,
Like, they really shoot their shot because I don't think anyone working on Netflix really knows what good anime it is. They're just like, yeah, that seems like it'll work. Go ahead, send it out.
you can't do
Yasuke?
that
Yeah, sure, go
though.
ahead, send it out. That could be all right. That could be all right.
They got a whole viewing studio in Japan. You can't have a studio in Japan just to put
They're
out
working
content
on
like
it.
this.
They're working on it.
You can't be working on it and you already paid the lease and you already bought the property. No, you should have been working on it before you signed the check and everything cleared and you said, Japan, I want this property for Netflix. That's something that y'all should have been on. I can't accept that. No, Netflix is like, come on, you. Here's the thing. It's not like y'all don't have connections with other studios. It's not like y'all didn't work with Mappa, didn't work. Y'all had the premise to dive in to know what can work, or y'all could get people to know what works. So this is why I'm telling you, Netflix, it's never too late to get Black Ramen on the seat. I'm just letting you know right now. We are here to help you elevate and get into the anime scene where anime content creators and anime fans can come there and root, and you could be their number one choice of anime content. When this pandemic started, everybody was watching their anime on Netflix if they didn't have a Crunchyroll account. Now everybody's thankful they got the Crunchyroll account. Because you don't got it. You don't have it. Y'all had Bleach for a little bit, then y'all dropped it. Y'all had One Piece, but didn't have all of One Piece. So people left at Skypea. And that's like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, y'all just need to have us on board. I'm ready to sign on the dotted line with a hefty amount. It's good. It's fine. I'm cool with it. But you can't have no excuses. Wait, hold up. Are you still watching Dance Dance Dancer?
Oh, I'm a little behind. The last one I saw was the not the competition. I think it was a competition, but the recital.
They already doing
Because
the
I've been waiting and watching shows in bulk. Like, I wait till there's 2-3 episodes, so I catch up on that show. And then I'll wait till this one's 2-3 episodes. So most recently I caught up on Birdie Wing, and I just caught up on Spy Family today.
Oh, you caught up on Spy.
Yeah.
Anya. I love Anya.
Dang, that episode with the castle, it was cute. I know I talk shit about it, but dang, every single time it does have me smiling. I admit that.
Chi. Yo, that's that makes my heart warm. Yo, I love watching Spy Family. Spy Family's dope. Let me see what else.
But yeah, I'm working on Dad Stand, so I'm getting back. But honestly, Patty, if you're not watching Birdie Wing, I recommend it. It's good so far. And
No,
that's the
I
girls' golf
heard.
anime.
Yeah, I heard. What episode is it? What episode is it on right now?
5 or 6. But she's just like an
4.
underworld mafia golfer.
Yeah, I know she's for like black market type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black market betting rings.
Did she catch on with the girl?
Oh, I'm not gonna tell you. You're gonna have to watch.
Watch
Right,
what?
it's Birdie Wing.
Ah, yes.
Did you get your crap figured out?
No, I found headphones. That's what took me so long. I gave up. I was like,
Wow.
it took forever.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a rough live so far. Y'all on Instagram, Derby joined on our other platform, and due to technical difficulties, he is slowly coming over.
Yeah, he's right here on our. I just accepted him on our Instagram.
There he
Can you
goes.
hear me on Instagram? Okay, everyone. 'Cause I definitely just added headphones that do not have a mic.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Yo, are we on live on Facebook and everything?
Oh yeah, I turned that off before I left.
You turned it off?
On.
Oh, on. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Now I see it on, but we ain't getting no questions. I'm like, oh, that's trash.
I'm not surprised.
We
Let her
didn't
trickle
exactly
in.
announce that we're doing this, so
Maybe some
you
more.
know, those platforms were never really on.
True. They like, what? These bitches? All right, so let's give it like a good. I know you guys got to go. Let's give it like a good 20 minutes and we're out.
We can do that. We can do that.
Okay, cool.
I know I
Let's
heard y'all
see.
trash talking the vampire one, but I guess I'm too late.
Oh, feel free to join in.
I mean, same opinions. Main chink is a dumbass. I was kind of okay and kind of happy when Fine died.
Shit.
I was like, good, you're all idiots.
Oh shit! I'm thinking
What it
that
honestly needed, it needed to be longer.
Yeah.
If it had time, if it wasn't 6 episodes, if it was at least 12 or 20,
You think
it
that
would be able
was
to
safe?
flesh out those bright points. Like, I still
Yeah,
had
I
so
needed-
many questions. Like, what is going on with the vampire hierarchy?
I needed
That the
4 or 5
queen is that
episodes.
much of a dumbass.
I
And
needed
yet
4 or
they're
5.
still loyal.
I needed 4 or 5 episodes just on the uncle and his whole backstory. That 12-second thing, that 12-second clip is like, what are you doing? I need more on the mom, how she rose to power, and
Why she's
she
kind of
has.
crazy.
Yeah, like I need to know how that happened.
Was willing to sacrifice her daughter just to maintain her position.
I mean, but
Yeah,
was she
worse than
dope?
that, she
Because
was
she ain't shoot.
obsessed. No, Patty didn't see the last episode. But
Mm.
like the mom just got a little crazier towards the end, and it's not clear why. So it needed more time. I think with more time, it could have hit that level of great that the trailer promised.
Mm.
Because
You
it
think
was
it would've
close.
stayed on if the girl didn't mature enough? She was just so stupid.
Yeah,
I
but
needed
it
them
was-
to make it more clear she was a child from the very start. Like I
That-
needed her to either look younger, but it had her looking like a full-grown adult, dressing and having the romance with the vampire. Again, I was so shocked when they said how old she was.
Brie, I think that was the murdering at the beginning that made you believe it was an adult. You know, soldiers usually are
No.
adults.
Not just that, from the trailer, I looked at the trailer and thought, oh, okay, this is a human vampire romance.
Mm. I did not
And they're
get
running
that.
away to be together.
Okay. I thought
She brought her home, she dressed her up. They sat next to each
I
other.
thought
Or
I
she
was
was
gonna-
like sitting in a tub as they were talking to each other.
I thought I was going to get
No,
more of
there
the
was no
war.
tension.
I thought I was going to get more of the vampire war with the humans. I thought that was going to be the main plot point.
no, once you bathe me and you playing a record, it's a yaoi. It's a yaoi. Once I'm in a hot water,
Yuri, it's Yuri. Girls love GL. And I was so excited for
What's the
that
yaoi
because maybe Yaoi's boys.
Well,
okay. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, but I was so excited because I wanted to see more Yuri and GL titles coming out. Like
Vampire
Birdie
in the
Wing,
Garden.
love it. I'm very excited. Vampire in the Garden, I really felt from the trailer, especially at that first opening scene when you first meet the Vampire Queen. She's dancing around the ballroom in a suit with a girl who's wearing a gorgeous dress.
Tell me
That
wait,
screamed.
Bree, tell me you didn't get flashbacks of Rose of Versace or whatever.
Versailles.
Versailles. It's a real place, Patty.
That shit is I just felt like it was her the whole time. Like, I
Right,
was
but
like,
when
"Oh,
you
I
see
can't
that, when you see those two dancing around, it's very clear that Vampire Queen is into the ladies.
Of course.
So when she brings in this new girl who seems to be drawn as a full grown-up person of at least vaguely similar height, dresses her in the same outfits as the other girl that this Vampire Queen used to be obsessed with, without ever clarifying their relationship until like 3 episodes later. Yes, I assumed it was a vampire human romance. Yes, I was very shocked because they did not look. She looked like a dumb person, not necessarily a dumb child.
Well, let me ask y'all this, right? Have y'all ever watched an anime that was so trash? You stopped watching anime for a little bit? Like there's a moment where I watched the anime and the ending was so fire. Like the ending was so bad. I was like, you know what? I need to see 3D. I need to see real people.
No, I had the opposite.
Really
yeah, I usually dive into something good right after.
No,
Yeah,
not that. I've only had to step away from anime when I've watched something so good. It's like, I'm done. I'm done. There's nothing else I can do here. Nothing will compare.
Yes.
Therefore, I need to take a break, walk away, and just forget a little bit how great this was before I try to come back because nothing will compare. Everything I'll look at it and say, oh, not good enough.
Nothing will compete. It's hard. After you watch something really, really fucking good, like, perfect example, Jobless Reincarnation. I think when we watched it, the second season, right? Afterwards, everything else was like mediocre. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
Like you got to be careful on what you pick right after, because then you're gonna be hitting up ain't shit. What the fuck was I thinking?
Right, and they're probably perfectly fine. They just don't hit that level of perfection.
Not at all. No.
Honestly, I think it's better to watch trash right after something epic, just to get your levels back in order.
To the high school, that's cool.
No, that's not trash.
Like no, not trash. I think like happy slice of lifey.
Yeah, but that's if you're coming off of like a super action thing. Then yeah, you want something slice of lifey to calm you back down. But I'm saying like, no, you just watch something incredibly epic. You can't watch anything that's just good anymore. Like you need to just watch garbage for a bit.
This is what
which is why it works for me with isekai, because it's like, okay, this was epic, but I'm gonna get a lot of isekai trash right after this, and it'll get me back to level, ready for the next one.
What I end up doing is I go to you got to see my Google search bar, my Google history. I put in, I finished Jobless Reincarnation. Now what? And there's a list of shows that you can watch that's just as good, not better, but just as good. There's this one person who wrote, "You're done." Like there was not.
Pack it in.
Oh, you're done. You
go watch sports or something.
You reached the end of this point. Congratulations, you got a star. There is nothing after this. There is nothing after this. But yeah, you do get the shows that are really good, and then it gets harder after a while, because then you're like, damn, because you can't be left with just watching something that's mediocre. You
gotta switch lanes.
Right.
You gotta switch lanes. If you're watching anime, go to K-drama. If you're watching action, go to romance. If you're watching that, go to something else and just try to forget about it for a second.
You know what happened? I did that. I picked the K-drama that was so trash. I'm gonna tell you why I was trash. I picked the K-drama. No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. So it's about this girl who was fat, married, right? She's big. And her husband cheated on her and wants a divorce, right? She gets depressed. She gets into a car accident. People think she's dead. Ironically speaking, like she meets this plastic surgeon, and I think they make an agreement where he does major work on her. So she looks totally different. She hits the Korean beauty standards to the T. Long hair, thin waist, nice titties, all that shit, glowing skin. And I watched it because I was rooting for the bitch. And she was trying to get revenge, and she was focused. I love a bitch when they focus on revenge. She was focused, right? But here's the problem, though. The acting of the pretty girl was so bad. But the acting of the fat bitch was amazing, though. I wanted the acting because they do flashbacks, right? And sometimes the skinny girl's looking at herself in the mirror, but she see her fat self, and the fat self is like, "You could do it, bitch. You could do it, bitch." And she made me believe, like, she was so good. I prayed that she get fat again.
To go back to the other actress.
Because the pretty girl was just pretty. She didn't know how to act. She didn't know how to. All she did was blush. She had no expression in her face. She just. And I was just like, bitch, like fart, do something. Like you gotta act or something. And you know what happened? The vengeance was so dope. I watched it all the way to the end. All the way to the end. She got her vengeance, and the mistress fucked her whole career up.
Anyway.
The vengeance was for her husband because
her cheating husband.
The cheating husband. Because guess what? While she was in the car and she got in a car accident, her husband was the one. She realized later the husband was the one that actually forced her to get into that car accident.
Did he cut her brakes or something?
No, he drove the opposite way and made you know that game Chicken? You keep going.
Dang.
And then her shit fell in the water.
Well, it sounded like she lost the game of chicken, is what I heard.
Pretty much, but she won the whole match. She won the whole chicken at the end. She got the nigga got in jail. The mistress lost her job. They called her a hoe because she worked at a radio. She worked at a television station. She got the man she needed, but it wasn't believable because the main character was trash. The pretty girl, she was trash. I was like, you can't act. They just do a lotion commercial. Why are you here? And the girl that was fat, Brie, she was so beautiful. I was like, are we not looking at the same girl?
Those beauty standards are wild. Another reason, like every once in a while, I gotta just step away from Eastern Asian media, from like the K-drama, the Chinese novels, the Japanese anime, because sometimes they are pushing these crazy beauty standards. Like, okay, now I'm getting pissed off. That girl was 110 pounds. What a cow.
No, she wasn't
Excuse me, how many?
She wasn't even that fat. She was just thick. She was like, thick.
Right?
And she had black features, like her lips, and she had curly hair, and she had olive skin. She was gorgeous. I was like, first of all, bitch, we gonna go out to eat. And we're going to do a little something when we get home because you fly. And then her skin was so soft. Somebody's skin looks so soft. They look like they smell good. That's how she looked. Like, I was just like, why would you want to mistreat her? She's awesome. And she's always cooking. And you know where she goes? She's always going to the farmer's market to get fresh fish. That's how she go every day. You mean to tell me I get to be with you and you cook me fresh food every day? And you wipe the corners of my mouth?
What?
The way I would impregnate her every night if I could.
Wow.
There's no love like that. I'm serious. Like I was just pissed off.
But every night.
Why not?
That sounds exhausting.
They got ginseng in Korea. They got ginseng. They got the little ginseng thing, the little thing you just drink it. Yeah, you got.
But no, really, we every once in a while have to step away from these standards that are being pushed because sometimes they just do some nonsense stuff or say some nonsense stuff. And I, as a black person in America, have to go, whoa, 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 whoa. I don't want to hear you say, oh my God, her skin is so dark, she's practically black. Ma'am, no. I know you're on the other side of the world, but I will still fly over into that fictional world and whoop your ass. Slow down with it, okay? Honestly, it gets frustrating. And annoying.
There's a song
when you see like badly drawn black people in anime. It's like you can do better. You can do better.
But there's a song on TikTok this Japanese person made. It's so good. It's for white colonizers. It's so good. Random ass white girl. Random ass white girl.
I heard it.
It's a random ass white girl. She's just singing it. She rapping in Japanese. She's like, everywhere I look, right? There's no immediately. No, I'm gonna send it to you.
Yeah,
and it's so funny because she's walking. She makes several videos on her TikTok. The one I love in particular, not the one where she's dancing with her friends. The one where she's walking up and down the street, and all the advertisement is just white people,
random as white girls.
And that's what she's talking about. And she's like y'all thought I was playing? No, it's for real. This is my isekai.
I'm gonna need you to send me that too. Because again, that's gotta be wild there.
It is.
And every time in all the anime, when it's showing an attractive character, why is it always blonde-eyed, blue-haired?
I don't know.
Stop it. Why are those always the pretty characters?
I don't know.
I just need one.
That's not true.
Especially for the guys, if they're trying to make someone who looks like rich and elegant and attractive, it's blonde-eyed, blue-haired.
100%.
Blonde-eyed or white hair? Blonde-eyed, white hair?
Often blonde-haired with blue eyes. I just see it so often as a trope. So many times on covers, like, oh, that's the attractive one. Anytime if they're like with a foreigner specifically.
Yeah, the only foreigner they have is blonde hair and blue eyes. That one is definitely. That one's definitely.
Like, dang. I just need one anime creator, one manga writer ever in Japan to just be into some like darker skin and that's the one they cast. That's the one they draw, and that comes out as an anime where the main love interest, whether guy or girl, is just a black person, straight up. Not even a side character.
Yeah, but
come on, just one? No one? No one?
I mean, there's always a potential of them lightening the character. Because remember, Casca got lightened up. You know,
no, like lightened by like fans and like fans and shit, or
no, by the anime. So the mangaka will create.
Okay,
yeah, you always got that potentially. But before we get off, real quick, can you guys pull up your screen to summer 2022? Because I didn't know they was gonna do Made in the Abyss. I'm like,
yeah.
No one told me this.
Yeah, of course. You're so behind, Patty. Of course they are.
What are you doing? They're also making Rent a Girlfriend too. I'm unhappy.
Ooh, another idol anime. I think I want to try to get into idol anime because those are looking fun.
What did you watch? Idolish 7? Is that 7? That's what it is. Idolish 7.
I haven't seen any Idolish, but this one is Kami Kuzu Idol. I mean, they're always really cheesy, but I feel like it's the kind of cheese that I could get into, like the equivalent of Derby Isekai.
What's your
mediocre idol anime?
Kobe chat. That is.
Summer has some heat.
You mean as the part timer?
Shadow's House season 2 is dropping. We'll see.
No, where you see that? Shadow House?
Yeah, like down towards the middle.
Okay,
but we'll see if Cloverworks fucks us again on this one.
I thought we told them they couldn't do this.
Nah, they ain't listen. They ain't listen. They're going for
there's
it.
a maid anime. I really wish these titles were in English for right now.
Are they redoing Tokyo Mew Mew? Mew 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 Mew?
No idea.
Yes, they are. I don't know when it's coming out, so it might be coming out soon. But I am very excited for the new Tokyo Mew Mew.
It's coming out in July.
Yeah, I see it.
And Classroom of the Elite is dropping season 2. If you're a fan of Classroom of the Elite, be excited. We're finally here.
Whoa. We didn't bring up Overlord 4?
Of course. Wait, that's this
summer? July. It doesn't have a date though, but it says July.
Oh, glory be. Let me tell you, I'm tired of Skeleton Knight. All right. Like, he's not horrible, but he's no Momonga. And you know what? Actually, I'm no longer angry. He's here setting up. You know, he's preparing the way.
Here's the thing. This is a real good question, and I want to ask y'all this, and I'll give y'all a chance to speak. Do you think having long gaps in between anime series, do you think it'll hinder the popularity and the outcome?
At this point, no, because as long as you announce the return loud enough, people will still be excited and go to see it.
And once you have enough seasons under your belt, your core fan base is your core fan base. Like,
yeah.
Devil's a part-timer had 1 season, and we waited how many years?
Yeah, and we will happily rewatch it.
Yeah.
And we're not worried. So again, as long as you announce it loud enough, the people who saw it before will come streaming back, even just because, oh, I remember seeing that and kind of liking it. Let me see what this reboot looks like, or this remake, or this season 2 I've been waiting forever for.
Yowamushi Pedal is supposed to drop in season 5, and I'm excited to watch.
I have to watch the first 4.
No, but my thing is this. Here's the thing. When there's a gap in between series, remember the expectations are always super high. So what you think would be a decent series would be a decent season. And say, for instance, like perfect example, I brought this to Derby's attention, Attack on Titan. A lot of people did not like Attack on Titan, I think season 3. I thought it was great, but the problem was I played catch up. I binged it.
Yeah, you're binging it. It's not that bad.
So, it's not that. It's not that hard. It was beautiful. But remember, Attack on Titan has been out like, what, 10, 15 years now? So with that gap, a lot of people were like, damn, season 3, this is all I get is dialogue. But it was important. It was a journey for me. I loved it. Not everything got to be an ass, you know, as much as I like to fight. Not everything got to be a bust your ass type situation. But a lot of people got a lot of, like, it went downhill for it. And I think that's one of the reasons Wit Studios was like, we don't have enough people to execute this. Not only that, we don't want to take that heat.
I think those that'll get hyped, those have become like really well known in popular culture and almost mainstreamed. Your Attack on Titans, your Jujutsu Kaisen, your Hero Academy, those would be in trouble if they're coming back from the hiatus because people are buzzing. But for more low-key anime, things that a lot of people know of, but they're not like some pop culture movement right now, those will be okay because there are so many anime people are watching that they might not even notice if they have to take like a little break from this one. They can easily go back to pick it up.
Yeah.
Because there's so much other stuff. So if it's just coming back out of nowhere, hey, here's the next season, even if it's been a while in between, people won't mind it as long as it wasn't this like massive mountain of an anime before.
Yeah, especially like super small series, like 12 episode joints. Those are fine. Because you can always just rewatch as many of the seasons as necessary to catch back up and watch again. Like I know they announced Masamune's Revenge. It came out years and years ago. It was a small little rom-com that I don't think anyone's really watched. But I loved it. I'm excited for season 2. So I can't wait. And I'll rewatch season 1.
I don't think it's no one watch it. Tons of people watch it. It's that no one really talks about it like that. It's not hitting any trends list. It's not, oh, everyone go see. It's not a Demon Slayer. Because a lot of these anime, you're not the only one. It's like when you go to a meetup or something, say this, and like, oh yeah, I saw that. Oh yeah, I loved it too. Half the people suddenly start talking because you dropped that title. It's quieter fan bases around it. So if you drop something that's been away and a quiet fan base, people are going to be happy. They're going to love it. If you drop it in one of the loud ones that people are buzzing on, then you might be in some trouble.
Bree, do me a favor. Iman wrote something. Hey, Iman. On I want you to, if you guys can read it and let me know if you agree.
She said, Imani Jess?
Yes.
Yeah, so Imani said, yep, it's all about marketing. Give production a time to rest since everyone is underpaid and overworked. And I think that's absolutely true. That's why I am totally fine with them taking a break and coming back later. In fact, that might be a good strategy. Just plan for one season, do it, see how it was received, see if people keep coming back to it. Give the animators time to rest. You don't need to push it out, go, go, go. Because I think anime really is one of those industries where we'll wait. If you think you can drop a No Game No Life right now, and I will rush back after years instantly the speed. I will be ready for it. I don't care. I'll be ready. Bring back anything. If I finished that series and enjoyed it, and it wasn't completed and you're completing it now, I'll be thrilled. Look at Black Butler and the gap between that season 1, non-existent season 3, and then they're coming out with Book of Circus and Book of Titanic. There was a big gap.
The writing is good regardless. Like Black Butler could stand on its own. And we would be like, praise Black Butler. That's awesome. But my thing is,
but there was a gap, is all I'm saying. And it still came back successful and stronger.
So you saying that first season won't deter people from watching?
Devil is a part-timer. Part 2 is going to do well. Like, as long as it's still good, it's going to do great.
Okay.
As long as it's not Promised Neverland season 2, you'll be fine.
But that's
honestly... Take your time, people. Even if you delay it and delay it again and delay it again, look at Yuri on Ice right now and how hyped all of us Yuri on Ice people are still for the Ice Adolescence movie that was promised to us 2016, 6 years ago. About 5.5, 6 years ago. And anytime they even drop a piece of fan art, it doesn't even have to be a picture. It can just be the font of the title. We're like, yes, okay, we're ready. Come on.
They're moving.
Next year, 10 years, delayed another decade. Oh, fine. I'll wait another decade. I'll do what I got to do. The time does not deter us.
Okay, so the thing is that I greatly appreciate, like, if you need time off, take time off. But if you come back with a banger, please. Come back with a banger, please. Make it a reason, because you got nothing but time. So when you come back, we're waiting. So when you come back, there's no excuse for why this shit shouldn't have been a banger. It should be a banger. So hold on. Imani wrote something. So many men get paid only. Yeah, we know. Yeah, as a matter of fact, Imani is in Japan right now. She's
really?
Yeah, she's an artist and she works. I think she used to work with what's that group that sang Lost in Paradise?
I do not know their name.
I know their name. Ali. They're the ones that also sing the song for the opening for Beastars. But they sing that song for what Jujutsu Kaisen, Lost in Paradise.
Yeah, got it.
Yes, she works with them too. So I think she's currently living in Japan right now, pursuing her music career.
So is it $1,000 US though that they get paid?
I'm not sure. I am not sure.
Well, it couldn't be 1,000 yen.
True.
That is not legal.
So it should be
like
1,000. It should be 1,000 in US dollars.
Yeah,
If
but
you
still,
want
that's
YouTube-
rough salary, especially if they're in Tokyo where the stuff is. Space is tight, so prices are crazy high.
Yeah, she said she's in Tokyo now.
New York,
Imani, you said you was gonna send me our taxi volumes, so I'm waiting for that real quick, if you can. But I appreciate that you're on here, definitely. So what's another thing? Quick question: what's another thing that's gonna break an anime? What's the worst thing you could do for a season 2?
If
Just
it's established
ignore.
anime where people know the source material, it's diverting in a way that is bad. And yeah, I'm just looking at Promise Neverland season 2. Rushing it when people know what they should expect. So the big thing with anime is, for the most part, the manga is there. There are a few original anime. I usually love them. But with the manga, that means you are coming with an established fan base who know what to expect and are looking forward to it. You cannot let down those expectations. It will kill it. If you don't have time to finish, push it back. Because I think we can all agree we would rather wait 6 months or another year for a quality second season than a rushed piece of crap. Give it the time it deserves.
100%. In this day and age, there's so much shit to watch.
Somebody wrote ATC 718 said, according to the new gen, change animation studios.
See, I feel like they're pointing to One Punch Man. And I disagree.
I don't think that was too much of a problem. Because I think people were complaining because they're complaining. Like, oh, no, it's not as good. But come on, that's not a deal breaker for you. It didn't suddenly become super crappy animation.
Yeah.
Right.
It wasn't the bestest of the best, again, like it was in season 1. Sure. But
no,
it's
but
still,
I feel like...
it's still One Punch Man.
No. But I feel like you forget that, studios, once the publishing writes off and gives you the anime, you can pretty much do what you want depending on the contract. So if you feel like, if the studio like Wit did, I will always respect Wit Studios for that. If the studio decides that they can't fulfill what's needed for this title and they give it up, and Mappa said, oh, nah, we gonna fuck this shit up. I respect that. The quality, yes. But I feel as though story first, and then, no, matter of fact, no, I take it back. Quality and story should be neck and neck. I feel like quality and story should be neck and neck, depending on the genre of the anime. Because if it's a murder mystery like Our Taxi, I'll take Our Taxi.
I mean, but quality is, like, when you say quality, do you mean like the quality of the art?
Quality, art, and animation, movement, and CGI, if they choose to implement the CGI.
I don't even know if that's all that necessary. Because now I'm thinking of like Scissor 7. It's not the prettiest. They didn't have the much message, but it was still good. You didn't like Scissor 7?
The story's not even that great. It's just enjoyable. But I think we enjoyed Scissor 7 for very weird reasons, Brie. Because we watch it in like English with like
that's so true, Kendall.
No, we watch it in like the Mandarin with like the English subtitles to see the difference.
Okay, maybe that's like, a bad example then. But if you have good stuff, people will happily accept a dip in quality. Since Scissor 7's not a good example, then I'll go back to Yuri on Ice. And episode 1 and 2 cannot compare to the rest of the series with that crappy 2-bit animation, and everyone in the stands is robotically clapping at the same time. They have large series where after episode 2 the animation is just not that great, but people still love it. So if you can get people invested in something, the animation is not that important. In fact, even if the animation is good, people will not watch all the way through unless they're invested in other parts, the characters of the storyline. So first and foremost is executing the story.
Like Forest of Piano had a great story. The art was terrible.
It was so bad. There's piano playing.
But I forgot how bad the art was when them keys was ringing.
Yeah.
Man, that boy know how to play. First of all, when you know what tripped me out, when we realized that the boy was playing the piano mad hard because the piano was really dead and the wires. Come on, that plays for good story. And his mom was a hoe, but his
mom was like. That was a great story for us.
It was a great story, but you
ugly as hell.
I forgot the art was trash. I really did.
The art was trash when they played. Anytime they played music, the art just took the worst of dips.
No, you know what? What will save you was a good soundtrack too. But I think you need to level shit out. Like, here's the thing: when you do an opening as good as Yuri on Ice, history making You can't have, first of all, I know that guy. He's a great singer. He didn't sing that shit for chump change. This nigga sang in English the whole way, and the music video was immaculate. I know they do a couple of bands at that nigga. They did. You spent all the money. That's the thing, though. They spent all the money on the OP, on the introduction, because if you look at the opening, it looks beautiful. And then by episode 2 or 3, they were like, damn, nigga.
We can't afford this.
Right? We out of cash.
I hate that.
But they did what they had to at the first start, and then the story and characters carried you through the rest to the point where you didn't care that you were watching the same performance like 2 or 3 times every other episode.
I cared.
I still watch. Okay, yeah, you cared. But the rest of us were still like thrilled.
But I cared very much that the performance never fucking changed.
I assure you, I was on the chat rooms at that time, episode by episode, and people were hyped like, "Oh, let's see if he nails it this time." Everything's the same except for like half a second frame where he may or may not slip, and we were living for that half a second to see if he'd do it.
True. Wait,
that's
real
it.
Quick,
happily,
real quick. Let me tell the people because they got us. They got questions. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a couple of quick minutes, go on our Facebook and write your questions on our live stream. I'm trying as much as I can to read it. Because when we get going, like Breeze be spitting fire and Derby be like pew 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 pew, and then it's like everything happens really fast. So real quick, I'm gonna just get through. Somebody had a good question. It was like Kendall was like, break this down for Ranking of Kings. All right, real quick.
Oh gosh,
no, we're not gonna drag this out. We're not gonna drag this out, Bree. We already know. Ranking of Kings, the ending was not what we expected it to be. It was a waste.
They
betrayed the premise. What was that power of friendship bullshit? Power of true love? How do you even know this child? How old was Dinah? And how old was this bitch who was with her dad?
You said
like they lost focus with what they were doing.
Miranjo is a bitch.
Wow,
that's hands down.
She is a bitch. She is a bitch.
Like what? Fuck that bitch.
She should have changed her name midway. She is a bitch,
right? And with no right, because the people who screwed her and her mom, they got crushed by the Giants Club. Revenge gotten immediately.
Yeah.
Why are you taking it out on everyone else? And also, that king was a bitch. Because how you gonna kill your first wife and keep the girl and say, yeah, I guess you can go ahead and kill the second one too? No. If you just need the baby, then don't marry them. Pay some chick $100 to be a surrogate and then buy the baby. You're still a terrible person for doing what you did to your sons, but don't keep the wife around just so your little girl on the side can kill her off.
Wait.
Stop it.
We gotta cut it off. Wait, we gotta cut it off.
Oh, shit.
Finish it. We gotta respect it. Somebody say, wait, I didn't finish it. But
they power friendship.
No, but Imani said really good. At least have the author co-sign with the director to produce the anime in order to really secure execution that the story is delivered. You know how we feel about having the mangaka on board. Yeah. They don't want to pay them. Look. They feel like if they pay the publisher, that's it. The publisher is supposed to cut off a contract or a piece of that contract to the mangaka, and then that's it. Nobody wants to do that, which is pretty sad. Because we all know that if you have the mangaka on board, I always say this, the mangaka already had like 5 endings for this series.
Right.
So if there's a way that you feel like I can't end this series this way, I need a faster way to end it, or another way that is more time efficient. That mangaka already has 17 before you finish the sentence.
Right. They got a draft ready for you.
Exactly.
A quicker one, alternate ending. Here's how we can make this work. Go with that. Don't just try to cut it yourself. But to answer a quick question I saw earlier, Ranking of Kings, I still have hope for the next season. Just hoping that they'll get back to like the political battle. That's all I'm saying.
You coming back?
I'll come back because
I'm coming back because I have hope.
There's other shit happening.
Right. They had that quick scene of the other king who did get that #1 spot. Right. It seemed like, oh, now they're going back to business. This was a temporary messed up interlude. Right. So I'm going to see if they go back to their political kingdoms fighting each other roots like I hoped. I'm willing to give it a shot.
And I have some hope that the real world is going to smack the power of friendship out of their hands. Because just like it did to #2, look, shit went down. All right, and it is still worth it. Those last 2 episodes are rough, story-wise.
Was it 2 or 3?
I think it was the last
3. I think it was 3, no?
Last 3 started to get weaker, but I was still in because I think there was some really cool fight scenes. but last two were like, yo, what are you doing? So I'm hoping, beyond all hope, that this is a prequel to the actual story. And it's all set up, in which case I can live with it.
Okay.
But yeah, back to you were saying, involve the manga creator when making the anime. You absolutely should, because they're the one that had the vision in the first place. Why are you wasting a valuable resource? The one who built it up from the ground and made it successful. I think, like, I don't understand what is the logic behind saying, no, we don't need the writer here.
Royalties, probably. They don't want to pay royalties.
That's that too, but don't you think it's an ego thing? Like, you don't want nobody telling you, hey, you know, maybe you should do it that way. You don't think so?
No.
It might be an ego thing and be like, nah, I'm the director. I'm in charge of storyboard. I think we should do it this way, because it's always known that you never have, like, say for instance, like, perfect example, Anne Rice. Anne Rice did the vampire
interview with a vampire.
Right. She was never on board. They just paid they just paid her off for the movie, and that was it. And I think that's just the way it goes. We pay off to get the story done. You give us the story, we make it into a movie, and then that's it. That's why a lot of mangakas, they don't watch the anime, because it's like, I'm not in it. Like, y'all probably gonna butcher my shit anyway. Like, you know, like what
I just needed the check.
Yeah, that's it. And the check is not even all for me yet. I'm only getting 1/4 of the check. Not even. Like, remember what we said about that girl from the creator of Demon Slayer, the mangaka? She never
didn't get enough.
She didn't get enough. Not only that, she never watched the series. She wasn't planning on watching it. As much as it was hype, she never planned to watch the series until episode 19 hit.
Yeah.
When it broke the internet. That's when she decided to watch, and she didn't even watch the whole show. She watched episode 19 so she could retweet what happened. She could be like, oh my God, I didn't think they was going to do it like this. So it's like, here's the thing. I feel like for mangakas, for them to we already know they get paid shit. So I feel like you should at least have them on board, if not for the whole project, but for the forming of the storyboard and how it's supposed to be executed. And then have them on speed dial when you run out of funds, come, you know, episode 4, 5, and 6, you know what you did, Yuri on Ice. And then just be like, okay.
They did their best.
They did their best, but come on. If the mangaka was on board, just like, you know what?
There was no manga.
Okay, but...
And plus, they were shafted because they got that 3 a.m. no one gives a fuck slot. No one thought it would succeed. So they didn't get the budget until people realized after. Yeah. They had this like bull crap early hours of the morning slot in Japan for when it was airing.
It won Anime of the Year in Crunchyroll?
Animation of the year. Yeah, and a lot of people were salty about it. But yeah, it got shafted with a bad slot because it was a BL. No one thought it would be good. So they put it to the early, like, empty hours. We don't have anything for this slot. Yeah, give it to Kubo. Let her take it.
Serious? So what? So when it came out, BL wasn't popular? BL was
not that it wasn't popular, but we're a niche demographic. Instead, what was in the popular hours were that Hero Academy big stuff, you know, proper shonen, maybe a few magical girls. But that kind of content, a romance about men's figure skating? Nah, no one's watching that nonsense.
You ain't
see them tights?
It was.
You ain't see the axle flip?
It was such a risk. That's why I feel like they purposely pumped all their budget into that first two. We got to get people now, or else we're gonna flop.
So what's their excuse of not doing it now?
Remaking the movie? I have no freaking idea. I've been waiting 6 years.
My best guess is they ain't sell enough merch. But that's because they're idiots and didn't make a music box.
You know what? I'm gonna let you know right now. If there's a music box or even a snow globe, where you just where the guy
I'm sure there's snow globe somewhere.
The way I would have just took Mike's card. Like, come on. But then I don't understand it. I think maybe it was the money behind it. Maybe what studio did Yuri on Ice, Bree?
Let me check that out.
Is it a no-name studio?
I doubt that.
I don't think so.
Mappa. Somebody pointed out, 718 said, you see how the marketing
got it.
Hey, Chris.
Is Fire Force coming back?
Oh, Fire Force is coming back.
Yeah, I ain't
They
gonna
announced
hold
that
you.
Fire Force is
I
coming back.
stopped watching Fire Force like halfway through season 2.
What was the reason?
So it was one of those
Oh,
things where
somebody
like
found it already. Is Mappa. You too slow, Bree. Thank you,
no, she said
Kendall.
it. She said it a while ago.
Oh, you did? Oh, my
I
bad.
said it like 3 times.
My
Yeah.
bad. My bad. But go
So
ahead.
about So pretty much my issue was just the power scaling made no sense. Just so at the end of like season 1, the brothers are pretty much able to like control time. And then suddenly, like next season, there are enemies who can take them, and they suddenly have lost this ability in the middle of fights. It irritated me so much. It's just like how can you just nerf them that quickly? It's like I'm fine with you making enemies that are also that strong, but suddenly their abilities don't exist, and that irritated me.
We got a good question coming up that ATCQ just asked. When does power scaling make sense? One Piece, my guy. Because as you grow, it's established from the very start. Yeah, East Blue. Yeah, that's the baby pool. That's the kiddie pool.
Right.
Of course, they're just starting from the middle of nowhere in the kiddie
Wow.
pool. And then they grow up, and everywhere they go, as they get closer, it makes sense that the world is growing around them. And also the people are growing as they learn new things. So the way the powers increase makes sense because they learn new abilities and by actively using their current abilities.
Yeah.
Plus, in Chopper's case, drugs. He dopes himself like hell because it's necessary. I don't know if Hockey was rushed because they mentioned Hockey even all the way back. From the very start, actually, how Shanks managed to save Luffy was hockeying the Sea King away. When you get to Skypiea, it introduced Hockey with
Did we know it was Hockey? Were we introduced?
We didn't, so we were just introduced. So that makes sense. Okay. If a person with Hockey used to like some of the stronger places and the devil fruit goes to a place where Hockey is not used, maybe a safer, less violent area, they will be able to conquer it practically like a god because no one else understands the power. If someone with Hockey goes to chill in East Blue, they can have their lay of the land. It belongs to them easily. That's why Buggy is chilling in East Blue, so he can be a big fish in a small pond. That's why Enel was able to take over Skypiea just because they didn't know about Hockey yet, and he's like, yeah, it's this thing that I figured out. Yep, it is the power of God. That is true.
Yes.
So it shows that the power scaling makes sense depending on the region, because some regions are just safer places than others.
And I don't think it's so much rushed. I think it was important for Hockey to be like introduced to like the main crew, the Straw Hats, as it was. It was like, no, this is this insurmountable wall. You're not getting past this when everyone knows how to do this over here. Like, you cannot just compete.
Well, even though it was introduced, some of them didn't, like, nobody had it. Like, only
I think even on the Straw Hats right now, only like 3 of them can use it. Like, they made it clear it was like it's Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Usopp just got it at Dressrosa.
Yeah, I don't think it was rushed. I mean, first of all, it's Oda. Oda don't rush shit. We just got, like, I'm saying that we just left Sanji's backstory yesterday. Like, come on, son, we stop it. Another one that has great power scaling, not power scaling. I would say
Does
yes.
Ramen have Hockey?
What's that special LeBlur shit she did on chapter?
Nah, I think that's just
in like the latest chapter.
Yes,
in Wano.
Yes.
Maybe.
Wait, did I miss some? I might be a few weeks behind.
You saw it.
I did when she was facing the Spider Woman.
Yeah, this is before. This is right after.
I think she just suplexed that chick, didn't she?
Nah,
she did some magical shit. Even
went to like some devil mode or some shit.
That was bad.
We're not gonna say any more about that.
Nah, we can't do that. Another thing too,
just kind of spoiled it. My bad.
A little bit, but we're gonna fast forward that. Another thing that has a good, interesting power scaling, I would have to say, is Jujutsu Kaisen. It's very unique for its different power scaling. Even though I'm not a Jujutsu Kaisen fan, I have to say it. Like, their power scaling, their whole supernatural. Well, then again, it's me. Anything that's supernatural that makes sense, is executed well, I'm like, yo, this makes sense. It makes
sense because they introduced the cap right away. Yeah. Like Gojo, untouchable, that's the cap. No one can beat him. They can only like get him away. And because they have that, then they have a clear power scale on the level of new exorcist to Gojo.
Yeah,
where are they
exactly.
falling?
Yeah.
Right. Power system is at wow. Okay, sorry.
I have to disagree because the rules are kind of there are no rules. The powers are all unique to everyone. It's kind of like quirks in My Hero. Everyone's powers just work differently. So like, there's like a lawyer dude who has not been introduced anywhere in anime yet, but like his powers work based on like lies. Like it's weird.
He's
like,
a lawyer. That makes
exactly. Like,
sense.
I
love
it's
him,
very
though.
different. But
That lawyer.
there is a scale to it. Like no one is at Gojo's level. It's that simple.
We got another question from Carl.
I'm not caught up on Hero Academy, but I know things are really gearing up to finish.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was done within a year or two.
It feels like the last arc, and I'm pretty sure he announced that it was, but
yeah, he's tired. He's tired from all the hate and yeah.
I think that hate has to have died down by now.
I mean,
they have to have moved on.
Oh, I think it's like the fans when it comes to LGBT.
No.
It was the trolls when it came to LGBT.
It was the trolls. Because a lot of people were saying like, oh yeah, they were making death threats. Where? There is no screenshots. There are no threads. There are no captions. People just say, oh, they're making death threats. Tell me. Show me the receipts. It's trolls lying about people being super extra. People are a little extra, but...
Well, I mean, to be honest, Bree, if the nigga's coming to do interviews and he has a mask on his face and he said literally he's... The hate is real, I'm going to have to believe...
But was that from the shipping fans?
Yeah, it's from the shipping fans. But we don't call them fans, aren't they trolls?
Nah,
because the shipping fans don't bother nobody.
Anyone who says biggest trouble with My Hero Academy fandom are the shippers. That's who I'm calling the trolls. But obviously, I'm biased because I'm very like pro shipping. No, but I don't remember seeing any actual receipts because I did look into this and I never saw anyone actually pulling up receipts of the shipping fans being crazy and making death threats and doing this or that.
It's like you all said earlier. People were complaining to complain. Like there is nothing ruining enjoying My Hero. Right? If you want to enjoy it, sit down and anime is a private thing. You sit down in your room and you watch anime by yourself. Like no one can ruin that experience for you except the writer, I guess. If they fuck it up, that's it. There's no side person who has no basis to like affect the show who can ruin the show for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. No one's breaking into your house and saying, hey, guess what? Bakudeku is life.
At which point, yes, they are ruining for
you. Yeah, in that case, you have a little bit of trouble. If people are sending like hate mail and bombs, that's a problem.
Ask the AOT fans.
Wait, what's wrong with AOT fans? Are they mad too?
I don't know what's wrong with the AOT fans. I love them. They listen. If you're a Yegulis,
all the extra seasons, I guess.
Listen.
And the 3 movies.
I've been lied to. I could take it. This is a beneficial lie because I'm getting more, so it don't really matter. Like let's go. It's like you're telling me that you're leaving next week, and then next week comes, you're like, "Hi, psych, I'm here another month. Stay with me."
No, some things can die. Not AOT. You know what can die? Game of Thrones. They keep pushing this. They keep showing me this trailer. I'm like, I'm not watching this.
Who is putting that out?
No, they have some black characters in it that I'm interested.
I am not watching this.
I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna see what it's going.
Game of Thrones did that same nonsense where they showed black characters, but they were all part of like an enslaved class. It's like, stop it. Unless you're gonna show me black characters like Bridgerton does black characters. Maybe just hands off for a little bit.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, spoiling fans. They're a little annoying. If you just like
No, we were
realize it's a store, you can leave.
No. Maybe it's just me and Debbie. We were quiet. We were just like, oh,
About
I'm
what?
spoiling.
I
Yeah, they're part of the smug manga reader variety.
So
yo,
it's a smug light novel reader, really?
no, you want to know something? Hey, you are smug like yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I am.
You know what killed me? You know what killed me? Every time when Mike was watching Attack on Titan and something about to go down, like, what? Wait, nigga, don't get up. Wait. And he gets mad. He's like, oh, I can't believe they locked this nigga up. Ah, it's like crazy. And then boom. Oh, what's that song? Da, da, da. That song when the shit pop up. I'm like, see? Now you let me get up because I already told you, wait. That's the best part. That's the best part. When he actually saw fucking Aaron become the, what do you call that? What Aaron becomes with the skeleton with the head.
The Founding Titan.
It's not the Founding Titan.
Colossal? No, he doesn't get colossal.
Nah, it's his final
A
form.
Warhammer.
It's a final
Titan.
Nah, it's the final form that he takes, like a skeleton, and you just see his head.
I know what you're talking about, but
is that what it's called?
I don't know what it's called, but that's what I've been calling it.
So when Mike saw that, Mike was like, "Oh shit!" And you know they only give you a glimpse of that in the last episode.
Oh, I didn't see the last episode.
A glimpse of that in the last.
I heard the announcement that it wasn't coming back for a year before I watched the last episode. I was like, yeah.
They deserve it.
I'll be back next year then. No, I'm not going to hurry and finish when you're not hurrying to finish. So I'm going to take my good time because you're taking your good time.
I mean, like they could take their time with it. Like I'm cool with it. Mappa's been doing heat like nobody's business. Mappa has been like, there's a shift. I'm pretty sure there's a day shift and there's a night shift, right? Mappa's office is open 24 motherfucking 7 with the coffee, the Keurig, all that. The morning shift, they come in, they do what the fuck they gotta do, get the fuck out, eat a donut in between, because we don't take lunch. The night shift niggas, they come in, they do what the fuck they gotta do, and it's a turnstile. It's a turnstile. Mappa's been doing this shit for 2 years now. For 2 years. And you know what? Everything they hoes. They nasty hoes. Because every time when something comes out, like, I'll take it. I do you. And you know what? They fucking deliver.
Yo, they're just sex positive. It's fine.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not slut shaming them. They can do whatever the fuck they want as long as the quality is good.
It's a new world. All right, they're doing good work.
They don't even miss. Even the shit that's not even worth them doing, like they did Yasuke, don't miss. Whoa. It's still like, I thought the animation was good.
Not enough to save it.
No, not even close to enough to save it. No, but there was those great scenes where they got rid of the mechas and the flashbacks. Those flashbacks were so good. You know what? I think that's what makes me so mad about Yasuke, because it had glimpses of greatness. The
potential was good. The potential was there.
Oh my god, it was right there.
But you know how Mappa got studio privilege, because we sat there, we made excuses on why it was bad, and nobody said Mappa. Nobody said that was the reason Yasuke was bad.
Mappa did their job.
That's it.
They delivered. If you tell them to draw a turd, they will draw the most beautiful turd you've seen. It'll still be a turd.
It's still be a turd, but it's what you asked for. The most little amount. Like Netflix shitted on them. I think they gave them $35 per cut.
Not cents, probably.
No,
that would be mad.
Yeah, it's an official number. Let's not get sued.
But it's been known that they paid them peanuts.
Yeah.
So like. And they still fucking then it's like, you know what? We gonna give you this shit. We gonna give it to you. I was like, God fucking damn, Mappa. Like, give us a break. All these studios is like, what are we doing this year? Like, there's nothing left. Mappa took it. Like, it used to be Studio Bones. It used to be, what's another, Madhouse?
Mappa Tower God?
Yeah, Mappa was Tower God. I forgave him. They didn't have nobody in their storyboard. They just like, let's just make some cute angelic fight scenes. Yeah, they did. Hey guys, thank you. Hey, lazy girl nerd, how you doing? How's everything? So yeah, that's the only thing that pisses me off, is that I am worried about them being overworked, because they've been going hard for so long, and I feel like it's gonna fuck up the quality later on. I don't care how many people you got on staff. 300 and something.
So
it does not matter.
Out of high school.
Yeah, they did. Oh, they didn't do Tower of God?
Nah, somebody named Telecom Animation.
Okay, that's probably Korean because it's a manhwa. So is that a Korean studio?
I guess.
Okay.
You know, most of the animation's done in Korea anyway. Well, a good chunk of it.
Either Korea or China. China has the
I know China's putting out the premiums.
It's Japanese? Oh, okay.
It's Japanese.
It's Japanese.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
So I'm just I hope the quality of work does not suffer later on with Mappa.
Doesn't look like Mappa has anything coming out in the summer.
They finally taking a nap?
I think they might be taking a nap this summer. Like, I'm looking right now and I'm not seeing anything.
Are you serious?
Yeah, well, I might have missed it.
Let me see. Even Yuki's like, you
okay, no, there's a Kakigurui. Oh, yeah, I think.
Oh, wait. Carl, Solo Leveling is coming out with an anime. It is coming out. I'm not sure when. Chainsaw Man is coming. It's been pushed back twice. Mappa said
because they're doing Dance Dancer, Attack on Titan, and Chainsaw Man simultaneously right now.
If they take the summer off, they could do that.
Right, we're not gonna be mad at them.
Nah. Yeah, Solo Leveling is definitely getting an anime. But I'm worried about how that shit gonna look as an anime because it is a manhwa and
it depends on how they do the pacing because it's not about how it looks. God of High School also looked amazing. It's just they could not nail that web novel or web comic pace because it's tricky. Because I think web comics, maybe even compared to manga, might just have more panels or the format or the layout. Something about it has not really translated well into anime. Because so far, I don't really know if there's been any web comics that have been really good animated.
Really good, no. But I don't think Tower of God was that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Maybe it
wasn't that bad. It left a lot to be desired, though. It left a lot to be desired.
Fine, but you know, it's the starting point. So
right. It's a new kind of thing. They have the manga thing down.
Yeah,
like manga to anime, easy, all night, all day. We can do this.
Light novel to anime, same.
But yeah, but when it comes to manhwa, the pacing is totally different. It's a totally different situation for you to transition that into anime. So that's a little tricky. But there's a lot of manhwas that I want to see animated. The Boxer, I think.
Oh my god, no!
You don't think so? That'll be a great anime.
No, I would love it. Me as the sport anime person, if you can get The Boxer and do it justice. Amazing.
I mean, I need all the voice actors to. Honestly, it could only be the dude who does Orsted for me to play K. I need someone absolutely evil to just play K, and I need
the dude with the red hair. The way that nigga said, I'm going. The nigga left the ring after that one minute. I need that scene to be hilarious. I need that scene to be chefs. Yo, the way I was rolling, this nigga.
Like I'm not doing it. No.
Like
the smartest man in the whole
I can't wait for all those fights. I can't wait to feel for the fucking blue-haired honest dude.
Oh yeah.
His name I have forgotten.
Right, the one with the little boy who had cancer rooting for him.
Yeah.
All right.
Can't wait to see the lucky motherfucker who thought he had it.
Because again, you go in knowing no one wins, but every single arc with every single one, again, this is The Boxer on Webtoons. Every single person you think, I think this guy might actually do it. Like I know the last 7 didn't, but maybe this one will have it. Oh.
This is the one. This is the one.
This time.
Oh, he took drugs? This is the one.
This is the one. Oh, he believes in himself. This is the one. Oh, he's got a little girl at home. It's not gonna be him.
But real quick, we got like 2 minutes left. If you guys have any questions, let us know right now. We're at a closing point. This is a live that we're going to try to do every Wednesday where you guys can communicate, talk with us on Facebook, on Twitter. Wait, Twitter?
Yeah, Twitter,
I think Facebook, Twitter, no, Twitch, and YouTube.
YouTube
can comment.
YouTube, yeah, you could comment and ask us questions. We're just doing a random anime chat, so it's going to be Black Ramen Wednesdays. We claimed it. Wednesday is our shit. Hump day. I mean, whatever.
Hump day.
Hump day. We got that. So definitely look out for us. We recently got we got press passes to DreamCon. So if any of y'all going to DreamCon, let us know. We could take some cool pics, say what's up to y'all. We would love to see our fans whenever we leave state. So thank you. So I appreciate you guys. If you just pulled up, said hi. If there's any questions, let us know. And we'll try our best to answer them. Don't forget, we got merch. Hit the our link tree. We got cool black ramen sweaters, pins, water bottles. Yo, we hustle. We got it. We got it. Just pick it. I mean, light work. And we just want to take the time to say thank you to all our supporters and our listeners. Our episode, I think we hit 200 already that we just released. So thank you. Within 24 hours. Thank you so much. Thank you for staying tuned. Because I'm gonna tell you, life be happening, and sometimes we miss a week where we don't record. And it be fucking us up. Another thing that fuck us up, when we all get together and we talk, when we should be pressing the record button.
Y'all, we have so many episodes we just didn't record.
Yo.
And afterward, we all said, dang, we should have pressed the button. We should have pressed the button before we started.
And it's always within 30 minutes. Either me, Bree, or Derby, all of us is like, we could have hit record. It's just like that whole Boondock situation where Huey's like, you know what? We could be reading a book right now. That's the situation that we always feel when we get together and we don't record. But I want to say this. I appreciate all of you guys. If there isn't any more questions, Bree, Derby, if you have any final thoughts to say, let it be known now. It's 8 o'clock. I know Bree hungry because I heard her stomach a few minutes ago.
You know I am.
So
just see y'all next week.
Word.
Thank you guys.